On the agenda tonight, we're going back to the early 80s. We're going to be taking a look at Kim Carnes, and she's going to be performing Bette Davis Eyes. Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to another analysis video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So, this is going to be an interesting one because we're going to approach it in the normal way. We've got the pitch monitoring software that will be up on screen, so we can take a look at Kim's vocal, but the guys are up on screen, so let's have a listen and see how they get on. I'm just going to jump in here. As always, there's a link in the description below if you want to watch it the whole way through without me interrupting it. But this is great because when we've done videos on pitch correction and auto-tune on the channel, and you have the vocalist's voice just being stuck to the lines that we can see on screen, that is definitely not something that is happening here or could happen with Kim's voice, because it's actually a bit deceptive the way that she sings, because she just dips in and out of pitch and pitch accuracy. When you sing this song in your head, and everybody knows this song, you still sing melodies, and there'll be particular points at which you know which words are more spoken and which words are sung. But because of that relaxed style that she has with not only her delivery but hitting those pitches and, you know, not being really strict all the time, it just gives it such a unique sound. What I mean by dipping in and out of that pitch accuracy and being strict in some sections and then not strict is when you sing the chorus yourself, you'll go na 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 na. You'll start picking out a melody, and then she's ferocious. There'll be something in there that is then more spoken, then na 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 na, and there'll still be melody after that point. So when you're listening to her voice, I don't think you're really taking the melody in, but it's definitely in there. And because she's got such a unique sound to her voice as well, that's something that hides all of that pitch in there. And sometimes when there's a lot of rasp on the sound, it can be difficult to pin down exactly where that note is, because when you just get a really clean note, obviously you've got 100% note, so you can hear exactly where that is. Once you start putting in that rasp, or it's almost like a vocal distortion, which I've referred to it as in the past, especially when you're talking about somebody who has a lot of rasp on their voice, you start to lose the percentage of note and the percentage of effective distortion is increased. So that's why it's harder to place, because you've got a note within a sound rather than just a straight note. I'm going to let it play on for a little bit longer. I've taken down the backing so that we can hear Kim's voice a little bit more clearly, but listen to this outline of pitch that we get.
She'll expose you when she snows you. Hop your feet with the crab she throws you.
And when we're looking at the pitch monitoring software, we can see that we've got definite melody in there, but when she goes up to that C5, we are a little bit sharp, and then I think we're going to be a little bit flat of the A4 rather than sharp of the G sharp 4. Let's just have a listen.
When she snows you.
Yes, so we are flat of the note, like here, the C5, we're slightly sharp, and now we are quite a lot flat. But because of the backing, the chords, everything going on, your brain just fills in the gaps and it hears the melody in relation to the chords underneath. And it's very clever what the brain does, filling in all of those gaps. But that's what music's all about. It's about the interpretation of sound and whether you like it, whether you don't like it. And this is why when you go to watch an artist like this, in the studio, she's just done a take that is entirely authentic. And live, she's producing exactly the same perfectly authentic version of the song that she did in the studio. So it's great because people can then make the decision as to whether they like it or whether they don't like it, but they're not buying into something that might have either relied on technology in the studio or, overly emphasized the melody that she wouldn't be doing live. So it's great that from an artistic point of view, I mean, this is just artistic integrity at the top level, because there hasn't been any compromising in the studio or any concessions made in the studio about her overall sound and the way that she sings. So it means that when you then watch her perform live, you're going to get the same voice. We'll jump back into the performance. On the original video, Kim's voice is quite low in the mix, so because I have isolated her voice, it means that I can boost it up just a little bit so we can hear it a bit more clearly, but let's get back into it.
Hop your feet with the crab she throws you. She's ferocious.
And quickly jumping in, because again, your brain fills in the gaps, and here we actually hit the C sharp 5, so that's a whole semitone out from the melody that we've got in our heads. And again, this video is great because it shows you clear as day that it doesn't matter about hitting notes or hitting 440 hertz equal temperament. What is really important, the most important thing, is to be an artist, be artistic and be genuine and true to yourself and all of those things, to have integrity. That's what art and music is all about. And this really proves it, because we are literally hitting wrong notes here, but it doesn't matter because it's all about the song, the feeling. This is why it's great to look at videos like this as well, that haven't been kind of overly edited and processed, and especially back in the early 80s, auto-tune and pitch correction didn't exist anyway. So I dread to think what they would do with Kim's voice nowadays with this. I'm not sure whether they would adjust it. Obviously it'd be sacrilege to do that, because then you'd lose all of the personality in that vocal. Let's get back into it.
And she knows just what it takes to make a girl blush. All the boys think she's a spy. She's got Bette Davis Eyes.
She's always got that melody, in there at the forefront, so that's where your hook is. That's what you're listening, and that's basically the end of that conversation in the chorus. That's where the full stop happens with that last line. Na, 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 na. We're now at the root note of our chord, so we've resolved, and that's the end, and we're about to get back into the verse.
She'll tease you, she'll unease you. All the She'll tease you. She'll unease you. Just to please you. She's got Bette Davis eyes.
Listen to how strict that was. Again, it's going to fly under the radar because of her sound, that rasp, and just the nature of the way that she sings. But let's have a look again.
She's got Bette Davis eyes.
So there we had it. And this G sharp 4 that was, I'd say, a little bit flat, but it was intentionally that way. She stylized that, just making it a little bit more edgy. But listen to this pitch. Davis Eyes. And I'll let it play on a little bit longer. She's now pretty much over. She does descend through that F4, but the F4 is the note. That's the melody. That's what she's trying to hit. So really strict on that tagline of the song.
She'll expose you when she scolds you, 'cause she knows, yeah, she's got Bette Davis eyes. She knows, yeah, she's got Bette Davis eyes.
And there we have it. And I'm just going to take it back because certainly in this last section of the song, we're now being a bit more strict with that melody and, you know, hitting the notes. But this is the point, that all of this is intentional. It's not that, you know, Kim can't sing. She's singing with the expression that she wants for the song. And it's not as if she can't hit notes, because if she couldn't hit notes, you wouldn't actually know what the melody was. When you're singing it back in your head, going, na 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 na, you wouldn't be able to do that, because all of those notes would be so random, because Kim isn't getting anywhere close to them. You wouldn't have that melody. So she can hit the notes, but this is just the thing about being a unique artist, having a unique voice, is that the way that she throws these notes together, you get the melody, but she's so conversational with it that you miss how many notes she's actually hitting. Well, listen to this again.
'Cause she knows, yeah.
I mean, that knows, yeah. You know, she's actually, it's very high for me, but she's hitting, you know, what, B4, C5, really accurately. At the end of the song here, we'll have a listen, but, you know, it just shows that she's hitting these notes intentionally, and these are the right notes.
She's got Bette Davis eyes.
Again, really strict there. Bang on the G sharp 4 down to the F4.
She knows, yeah, she's got Bette Davis eyes.
And again, up to the C5, slightly sharp, but then she was bang on with the A4 after that. We are hearing it a little bit more clearly than that original video because I have boosted Kim's voice. But, I mean, it's one of those songs that it is what it is, and everybody knows it. And it wouldn't have been that popular, and it wouldn't be known so well if people really had a problem with the vocal not being spot on the lines all the time, which is a great argument against auto-tune and pitch correction. Because if you let a singer sing how they want to sing, you might have something that you're potentially erasing from, you know, the vocal take, or from history. There could have been a great vocal that people would have connected to, that would have just had something about it that people loved, but you might actually get rid of that with auto-tune or pitch correction. But this is the thing why I think every singer should just be allowed to sing how they sing, and then, yeah, you like it or you don't like it. But, yeah, don't start making every singer sound the same. And that is certainly something that you can't say about Kim. Her voice is standalone. It's unique, not only with the tone, the rasp, but the delivery and the pitch and the way that she just locks in and then comes out of that, locks in again, and should always lock in to the most important melody. And that's the point. That's why you can sing this song in your head. But anyway, thank you guys for suggesting this video for me to take a look at. As always, keep those suggestions and requests coming in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock.